Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today is the weekly Star Wars recap for April 29th, 2024, which I haven't done one in a couple of weeks now, but there isn't actually a crazy amount of news to get to, mostly some publishing stuff. But before I get into that, I'm going to jump into the new releases, starting off with the stuff that came out the past several weeks. First, a new novel, The Living Force, came out, which I've read a little bit of it. I've enjoyed it so far, but I really haven't read that much of it. But then there was The Bad Batch, Season 3, Episode 12, Juggernaut, Episode 13, Into the Breach, and Episode 14, Flash Strike, which I've enjoyed the episodes. I am definitely interested to see how the series will wrap up in the final episode. There's definitely a lot of plot threads, but I feel like just won't be wrapped up, so I am interested to see what will happen there. But a bunch of comics came out. There was the High Republic Phase 3 Issue 6, the High Republic Adventures Saber for Hire Issue 1, the High Republic Adventures Phase 3 Issue 5, Darth Vader Issue 45, Thrawn Alliance's comic adaptation Issue 4, Mace Windu Issue 3, Darth Maul Black, White, and Red Issue 1, and Jango Fett Issue 2. Haven't read any of those, but coming out this week is The Bad Batch Season 3 Episode 15, The Cavalry Has Arrived, which will come out May 1st, 2024, which is the season and series finale. But also coming out on May 1st is a comic one-shot titled The Phantom Menace 25th Anniversary Special, which will be a one-shot having a bunch of stories that are connected to The Phantom Menace. But obviously Star Wars Day will be coming up on May 4th, which there will be a new animated anthology series titled Tales of the Empire. All 6 episodes will be releasing on May 4th, which also this year, Free Comic Book Day will fall on May 4th also, so there's a Star Wars / Darth Vader Free Comic Book Day issue and Young Jedi Adventures Free Comic Book Day issue. But that's all the new releases, so let's jump into the news. Which, like I said, there's some comic news, as a new comic miniseries from Marvel was announced, titled Star Wars Inquisitors, which will be written by Rodney Barnes, with art by Raymond Rosanis. And the first issue will release on July 3rd, 2024, which the series will follow the Inquisitors. I would assume it will probably mainly follow the Grand Inquisitor, as he's featured on the main cover and some of the variant covers. But the main cover does show the 5th brother, 7th sister, and 9th sister, along with Darth Vader in the background. So I assume those will maybe be the main ones we'll see. Not fully sure. But the Inquisitors will be hunting down this Jedi named Tensu Run, as there's a description which mentions that Jedi, which I'll just read the description, which it says, "The Jedi must die. Weapons of the Emperor, sent out into the galaxy to track down and kill any Jedi who survives Order 66. The ruthless Inquisitors are among the most skilled and deadly threats to those who survive the light side of the Force. Buried in the annals of Jedi lore is the story of Tensu Run, the Jedi who faced the Inquisitors and Darth Vader. What became of him, and why did the Empire so greatly fear his existence?" Which there is an article on StarWars.com which does mention maybe why they fear his existence, which it says that he's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order, so that's why they're hunting him down. But alongside this comic, there was the rest of the July 2024 comics, which I'll dive into, starting with the High Republic Phase 3 Issue 9, written by Kevin Scott with art by Laura Braga, and will come out July 3rd, 2024. And then Star Wars Issue 48, written by Charles Soule with art by Chihiro Morales, which will come out July 17th, 2024. And then Darth Vader Issue 48, written by Greg Pak with art by Raphael Ingo, which will come out July 24th, 2024. Then Darth Maul Black, White, and Red Issue 4, written by Greg Pak with art by Luca Pizzari, which will come out July 31st, 2024. And finally, there's the Ahsoka comic adaptation Issue 1, written by Rodney Barnes with art by Stephen Cummings, which will come out July 10th, 2024. I've been behind on the comics for years now, so don't really know what's going on fully. Definitely seems like Star Wars and Darth Vader will be coming to an end soon, and then we'll probably get new ongoing series probably by the end of the year, but I don't know. But sticking with some more publishing news, there was some High Republic news, as we got covers for the next young adult and middle grade novels, which first is the young adult one, Tears of the Nameless, which will be written by George Mann, and then Beware the Nameless, the middle grade novel written by Zoraida Cordova, which the covers look, similar to the previous young adult and middle grade novels. But also revealed, kind of randomly, was another comic miniseries from Dark Horse for the Hyperbolic Adventures series, titled The Hyperbolic Adventures Echoes of Fear. It'll be written by George Mann, and the first issue will come out August 21st, 2024, which this was just kind of randomly revealed. It doesn't even have a cover for issue 1, so definitely kind of weird there. But yeah, I haven't started phase 3 yet, as I haven't even finished phase 2, so I am very behind on Hyperbolic stuff. Don't really know what's going on with phase 3 and these stories I mentioned, so yeah. But also, a few weeks ago, the story trailer for Star Wars Outlaws, the upcoming video game from Ubisoft, was released, which shows more of the game and what the story will be. But the biggest thing was a release date, which is August 30th, 2024. But in typical Ubisoft fashion, there are multiple additions to the game. I think there's a gold edition, which will be $110, which you'll get the game 3 days early. But then the season pass also, which will come with 2 DLCs later, but also a new exclusive mission day 1. And then there's another edition with even more money, which comes with more cosmetic add-ons and whatnot. So, those other editions are, honestly probably a little overpriced. Really, the only thing I'm not a big fan of is having a mission be exclusive to owning the season pass when it's available the day the game comes out. So, not a big fan of that. Obviously, the season pass is whatever, I am happy to see that there will be more story content released after the game, but right now I don't know what the scope and size of it will be. As I know Ubisoft games have been doing season passes forever now. I really don't know what the DLC content has been like in the recent ones. If it's been worth the time and money or not, I don't know. But obviously, like I said, there was also the story trailer, which I did do a breakdown video of that, so you can check that out. But there was one thing in the trailer, was the reveal that Crimson Dawn will play a part in the game, which the trailer doesn't show Qi'ra at all, but Game Informer is doing their magazine cover story on Star Wars Outlaws, and they revealed that Qi'ra will be in the game. In fact, they had an image of her, so that's cool to see that she'll be in the game, as I assumed she would be when the trailer showed Crimson Dawn. But yeah, anyways, that's really all there is for that. Like I said, there is my breakdown of the trailer where I'll dive more into everything, so you can check that out. But that's going to be it for this week's weekly Star Wars recap. I'll be back next week talking about stuff, I don't know. Maybe there'll be some news revealed on May 4th, but I don't know. If there is, I'll definitely be talking about it, so yeah. But I will also be having some special videos go up around May 4th in the coming days, as my 1000th video is coming up, and I believe I can time it correctly where it'll come out on May 4th. So yeah, but anyways, you can check out my reviews on The Bad Batch and everything else I do. But I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.